Have you ever ended a day feeling guilty because you promised yourself you would change, but once again, you did nothing? If yes, this story might change the way you see success forever. In a quiet small town in America, a young man named Jake lived. From the outside, Jake looked like every other ordinary guy. He worked part-time at a local grocery store, and every night he sat in his small bedroom scrolling endlessly on his phone while telling himself the same lie. I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow he would wake up early. Tomorrow he would exercise. Tomorrow he would work on his dream. But tomorrow kept becoming next week, and next week became next month. Then one day Jake looked around and realized something painful. His friends were moving forward. One had started a fitness page online. Another had moved to a big city for a better job. Someone had built a new life. And Jake had become an expert at planning and a master at doing nothing. Every night he felt it, that heavy feeling in his chest. Not because he was lazy, but deep down he knew he was meant for more. He set alarms and ignored them. He wrote goals and forgot them. He watched motivational videos and felt inspired for 10 minutes. Then he fell back into the same cycle again and again and again. After another unproductive day, Jake sat alone on a wooden bench outside the grocery store after his shift. The town was quiet. The air was cold. And for the first time in a long time, Jake felt tired of pretending. That's when an old man named Mr. Walter sat beside him. Mr. Walter was a regular customer at the store, retired and calm person, the kind of man who spoke slowly, like every word mattered. He looked at Jake and said, "You look tired." Jake laughed softly and said, "I'm tired of myself." Mr. Walter stayed quiet. And somehow, that silence made Jake speak. For the first time, he said what he had never said out loud before. "I have dreams, big ones. I want to change my life, but I waste every day. I keep waiting to become disciplined, but it never happens. Maybe I'm just not one of those people." Mr. Walter smiled gently. Then he asked a strange question. "Do you brush your teeth every day?" Jake answered, "Yeah, obviously." Mr. Walter nodded. "Why?" Jake shrugged. "Because I have to." Mr. Walter looked at him and said, "No, because it became a habit. You don't need motivation to do it. You just do it." Jake went silent. Then Mr. Walter said something that Jake would never forget. Success works the same way. It's not built by giant acts of motivation. It's built by small habits, repeated until they become part of who you are. That night, Jake went home, sat at his desk, opened his notebook, and for the first time, he didn't make a huge plan. No dramatic life reset. He wrote only one sentence. "Wake up, make your bed, sit at your desk for 10 minutes. That was it. The next morning, he didn't feel motivated. He wanted to sleep more. He wanted to grab his phone. He wanted to delay it, just like always. But this time, he got up. He made his bed, and he sat at his desk for 10 minutes. That day didn't change his life. He didn't become successful, but something important happened. For the first time in a long time, Jake kept a promise to himself, and that changed everything. The next day, he did it again, then again. After 1 week, 10 minutes became 20. After 2 weeks, he added a short morning walk. After 1 month, he stopped checking his phone first thing in the morning. After 6 weeks, he began learning digital marketing every evening, something he had always wanted to do. Was it perfect? No. Some days he wasted time. Some days the old version of him came back. But now, he understood. Missing one day is a mistake, so he kept going. Winter turned into spring, and slowly, the same young man who once lived in guilt started living with rhythm. He woke up earlier. He focused better. He moved his body. He learned new skills. Later, he even helped a local bakery with their social media, for free, just to practice. Then that bakery referred him to another business, then another. And before long, Jake was earning more from freelance digital marketing than he ever made at the grocery store. Almost a year later, Jake walked past the same grocery store again. And there, on the same wooden bench, sat Mr. Walter. This time, Jake sat beside him with a smile. Then he said, "You were right." Mr. Walter looked at him and smiled. "About what?" Jake looked at the quiet town around him, then said softly, "My life didn't change when I found motivation. It changed when I built habits that worked even when I didn't feel like trying." Mr. Walter nodded, and Jake finally understood something most people learn too late. Success is rarely one big decision. It is hundreds of small decisions made when no one is watching. So if you're waiting for the perfect day, the perfect motivation, stop waiting. Start small. Because your future is not built in one dramatic moment. It is built in the tiny things you repeat every single day. Discipline is choosing your future over your mood. And one small habit, done consistently, can change your entire life.